Okay, now we're going to talk about division strategies. The first division strategy we're going to look at is the box method. Remember, there's a box method for multiplication as well, so you want to make sure that you are not using that. Set up kind of the same. So let's look at 127 divided by 6. We're going to draw our box, split it into 3 sections, and this time my numbers from my dividend are going to go on the inside of the box. My divisor is going to go on the outside of the box. Now I need to figure out how many 6's go into 1, and there are none. I'm going to subtract, and then I have to bring up that 1 into my next category because that's my remainder, that's what's left over. Now how many 6's are in 12? There are 2. When I multiply 2 times 6, I get 12. When I subtract, I'm left with 0, so nothing to bring up this time. How many 6's are in 7? There are 1. 1 times 6 is 6. And when I subtract, I'm left with a remainder of 1. So 21, remainder 1 would be my answer. Let's try another one using a larger number. This time we're going to do 3,678 divided by 2. This time I would need 4 boxes. And again, my numbers go on the inside with my divisor on the outside. How many 2's in 3? There are 1. 1 times 2 is 2. Subtract. My remainder comes up, and now I have 16. There are 8 2's in 16. Nothing. There are 3 2's in 7 with a remainder of 1, so it comes up. And there are 9 2's in 18. There is no remainder, so my answer is 1,839. Okay, so that's the box method. That's where we're placing the dividend, the larger number inside, and we're bringing our remainders up. Now we're going to look at the standard algorithm, which is called long division. And our numbers we are going to bring down this time. So let's take the same problems that we had here, 127 divided by 6. This time I'm going to put my dividend inside the little house. My divisor goes on the outside. So notice the similarities between the two methods. Okay, this one I'm just using a rectangle. This one I'm using that half house that we have here. I need to keep in mind the acronym that we use when we are doing long division. Does McDonald's serve burgers? Does McDonald's serve burgers? This D stands for divide, multiply, subtract, and then bring down. So I can remember this acronym as I go through the steps. So the very first thing that I will do, I'm going to put a box around this 12. I know that 6 can go into 12 2 times. Notice my 2 is above this 2. I am moving into that tens place. I'm going to multiply 6 times 2. I'm going to subtract, and I'm going to bring down. So I just went through every single step over here in our acronym. Now I'm going to move on and do every single step again. 6 can go into 7 one time. 1 times 6 is 6. Subtract. Bring down my number. That's my remainder. So I add it up here. 21, remainder 1, and that's what we got up here. Okay, let's try this again. Keeping in mind our acronym, and we're going to use this bigger number over here. The bigger number goes inside the house. 3,678 divided by 2. Instead of boxing a 2-digit number like I did here, I can see that 2 can go into 3 pretty easily. So I'm going to divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. So I have 16 here now. Now I'm going to do this acronym all over again. 2 goes into 16 8 times. 8 times 2 is 16. Bring down my 7. 7 divided by 2, or how many 2's in 7, is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. Subtract, bring down. And then 2 can go into 18 9 times. 9 times 2 is 18. Subtract, nothing left to bring down, no remainder. So my answer is 1,839. So I want you to take a look at the similarities between the box method and the long division method. Again, this one is putting it in a box and bringing the remainders up. This one is putting the dividend into the house and it's bringing those leftovers down.